Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson and welcome to the December episode of Healthy RC Living. Well, it was another fabulous Founders Day parade here in Rancho Cucamonga, and if you missed it, we've got a recap of the winners with the MC, our very own David Wiley.
Well, that wraps up our 2017 parade. It's been another great year, saluting 40 years of hometown heroes. Let's take a look at our award winners. Well, we are honoring 40 years of hometown heroes, honoring our veterans and local heroes. And joining us on this special day are members of the American Legion Post 835 Rancho Cucamonga.
Yep, they're following right behind the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Rangers vehicle. Not too far behind. Oh, wow.
We got bikers.
We got bikers. It's always exciting when we have different entrants in our parade, and we welcome them every year. Welcome. Beautiful bikes. We had the horses, now the bikes.
Don't want to mix those two.
Oh, wow. Look at that shiny one. That's like a super vehicle right there. I love it.
Looking good. Looking good.
Yes. Well, here comes those wonderful, our veterans.
World War II veteran Carl Harrison leads the group in a 63 Ford Galaxy convertible. Other members riding along in the Army truck. You see here the 5-ton Army truck. Also members of their motorcycle club riding with, that's who we saw earlier. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for your service.
Yeah, we honor you today. We honor you all year long. We thank you so much for all that you have done for our country. They've got multiple floats this year. Yeah, you guys are a big entry, yes. Yeah. Some nice vehicles. Well, next coming up, we've got honoring John Frame, Operations Assistant at Community Connection Services. John served in the Department of the Navy, and we've got the Gomez family from the Air Force. So we've got a lot of entrants that are showcasing all of our armed services today. All right, the Altulama Dance Academy has arrived in their patriotic uniforms, and look at how cute they are. These dancers are known for putting on a great show and wowing the crowds. Altulama Dance Academy has classes for ages 2 through adults and for all levels, including competitive dance. Great job, dancers, and what a creative way to honor our veterans and local heroes on this very special Veterans Day.
Are they adorable?
Oh, they're so cute.
They're tiny.
Oh my goodness. I just love them looking and they're waving hi. Well, and you got to say thank you to all the moms and dads who are out here supporting.
Can't do it without them.
Yeah, they're the ones that make sure that their kids are involved in activities and doing stuff. And so, great job, mom and dads, and grandma and grandpas. You know, they help out too.
Absolutely.
Rancho, built in 1860. And right behind them, we've got the Edawanda High School Marching Eagle Regiment.
I hear them. Oh, the black and gold. Let's welcome the Edawanda High School Marching Eagle Regiment, 265 members strong.
Whoa.
You know, they just performed in the 2016 Rose Parade and in the 27 London New Year's Day Parade, 2017.
Wow. Okay, my daughter's school band goes to London. I'll go with them.
The regiment, led by Drum Major Zach Judson, and under the direction of Susie Merritt. And beautiful tall flags.
Wow, yes.
Edawanda High School Marching Eagle Regiment, 265 strong.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, right behind them, we've got the award-winning Edawanda High School varsity and JV cheer squads and mascots. Represent their school with eagle pride. They pride themselves on supporting all sports and activities at Edawanda High School. They are honored to be a part of the Founders Day Parade and are proud to honor those who have served and are currently serving in all branches of our country's military.
Cucamonga School District, established in 1870. Today, the district serves about 2,500 students in the southwest portion of the city. Rancho Cucamonga High School marching Cougars, as we see here. They're proud to be part of the Founders Day Parade once again. We hope you enjoy their musical selection. Thank you to their administration for all the support. Go Rancho!
Yeah, I love those purple outfits.
There you go, Rancho Cucamonga marching Cougars.
All right. All right, we've got some cheerleaders right behind them. JV varsity cheerleaders from Rancho Cucamonga High School. Behind them, it looks like we've got the Edawanda Intermediate School drum line. This is their second year in the parade. They are under the direction of Mr. David Jackson, and the percussion staff includes Chris Beebe, Nathan Abidila, Andrew Wentz, and Michael Dye. Love it. All right, and looks like right behind them we've got the Karen Cougar Chorus. They're an after-school music program for grades 2 through 5 at the Karen Elementary, directed by my very good friend Tina Gilfrey. It's an award-winning choir that sings all around our community, and they're honoring our veterans and hometown heroes by having each child in choir march with their very own hero. Oh, that's so wonderful. These heroes represent many branches of the military, local firefighters, police, and sheriffs. And they're singing theme songs from all of the military branches of our great country. Tina does such a wonderful job. It looks like we've got...
I hear 5-alarm fire engine,
I don't
owned
know.
and operated by a local firefighter. We're also saying hi to our friends at AYSO.
We've got the AYSO, American Youth Soccer Organization, coming up first. They're the oldest national youth soccer program in the United States. Nonprofit organization that provides world-class youth soccer programs for participants all over. AYSO Region 65 in Rancho has approximately 3,000 kids that play each year. That's why the parks are all busy every Saturday, because they develop and deliver quality youth soccer programs which promote a fun family environment.
I see all those soccer players are on
Oh, they're
5-alarm
on.
fire engine. Get it?
They're
Yeah.
on. There you go.
It was a great day, fantastic time, celebrating 40 years of hometown heroes, celebrating 40 years of Rancho Cucamonga, and honoring our veterans and local heroes.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. I always have such a good time every year at the Founders Day Parade. I feel like every year kind of just tops the last one before it.
It really does, and this was a fantastic day and a great time being with you again.
I know. I enjoy it. I look back forward every year to coming back. I know that we're going to do this again next year, so I won't say goodbye. I'll say till next year. I'm Ruth Leal.
And I'm David Wiley. Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us.
Happy birthday, Rancho Cucamonga.
The United Way is a familiar name to most of us. You've probably seen their ads on TV or in the newspaper, but you may not know the full extent of what they do. David Wiley takes a closer look at the Inland Empire United Way.
The numbers are stunning. 1 in 5 children in the Inland Empire lives in poverty. 31% of children only have one parent in their home. And only 21% of children in San Bernardino County are considered physically fit. On top of that, thousands of families are having trouble making ends meet, and providing even basic necessities proves to be a tremendous challenge. Fortunately, the Inland Empire United Way is dedicated to improving the lives and futures of those children and families in need right here in our community.
There are literally thousands of families and adults who are struggling to make ends meet and to care for their loved ones right now. And at the same time, with the cuts to public programs, we know that the needs are just increasing. And that really means that it increases the needs for nonprofits like United Way to step up and to take care of those children and families in need.
The Inland Empire United Way does just that by investing resources into programs that help those in need and fill in the gaps where public assistance or government programs fall short. With that in mind, the Inland Empire United Way is devoted to helping the local community, with 88 cents of every dollar donated going directly to programs that provide assistance locally.
Every local dollar stays here and is invested into local programs. Everything that we do is really focused on three major areas of education, health, and financial stability. And the way that we do that is twofold. One is that we invest in a group of strong local nonprofit organizations, and then we also directly operate a number of collaborative programs here as well.
That local effort goes to programs that make a major, life-changing impact on people right here in our community.
I had my home foreclosed on and I wasn't able to get a job right away, so I found myself homeless. I was living in an abandoned house for a short period of time, and we lived in our car. And when we could get money, we stayed in a motel, and it really wasn't a nice environment for children. They couldn't play. I would just like to say thank you to United Way. Not only did they give me a hand up and give me my self-esteem back, they provided me with the tools and instruments I need to be a successful employee and mother today. I feel so happy, and I can't put a dollar amount on all the things that they provided me with, and I'm so happy and grateful, and I'd like to see some funding to give other families this opportunity that me and my sons have, and get people out of that situation of homelessness and hopelessness.
Another way the Inland Empire United Way directly impacts our local community is through the Kids Pack program, which is designed for low-income students who depend on school lunch programs. Kids Pack provides these children with backpacks filled with nutritious food that they can take home and eat over the weekend. Volunteers come together in the Inland Empire United Way warehouse to fill the food bags, which are then put in colorful backpacks and delivered to the needy students.
Everything was gonna be good. They give me a bag and it has like food in it. It's special because I want them to protect me.
Just the moral support and the emotional support that you give to the students, that you give to the teachers. It's huge knowing that we have an organization that we can go to with a need, and within 2 days the need is met.
And students aren't the only ones being helped. With school budget cuts, supplies are in shorthand, and many parents don't have the means to help. So teachers can take advantage of School's Tools program, which is like a free store filled with classroom supplies.
The teachers come in. We have 38 schools, and each one of their teachers is allowed to come in twice a year. They come in, they take a shopping cart from over here, and then they basically go around and they get all the items that they need. They usually walk away with an entire shopping cart full of brand new supplies, and about $500 to $1,000 worth of supplies to take back for their kids.
For many organizations and programs, finding volunteers can be one of the toughest challenges, but Inland Empire United Way helps with its hands-on program that helps connect volunteers with organizations, churches, schools, or whoever needs volunteers to make a difference. They also support a mentoring program called Mentor Connection. The Inland Empire United Way is truly dedicated to supporting those that need help and providing opportunities for those who want to help. That's where 211 comes in. Similar to 911, 211 is a toll-free phone number manned by operators 24 hours a day who have information about all the programs and services available. The 211 call center at the Inland Empire United Way averages some 5,000 calls a month.
And oftentimes, the callers might not even know what they're calling for, honestly. They might just call and say, here's my situation, and then that's our job to figure out what resources are available for that individual.
Among the other programs that the Inland Empire United Way supports is CASA, which is short for Court Appointed Special Advocate. It's a program where specially trained volunteers are teamed with kids who are in the foster care system who may be facing a variety of personal and legal problems and have no one to turn to. For Stephanie, it was CASA advocate Dominica who was there for her when she was dealing with a teen pregnancy, the stresses of a foster home, and other issues.
Anytime I had problems or was just so frustrated to the point where I couldn't take anything anymore, I could call her and just talk to her and get all my stress and feelings out.
I'm there when she needs somebody to talk to, and a lot of kids in the foster system don't have that. They don't have an adult who cares about them.
And providing that individual guidance for troubled kids is what CASA is all about, and that mission is greatly aided by the Inland Empire United Way.
They run a hands-on website that helps volunteers become aware of our programs. They go out and do sort of the big legwork on asking people to contribute to their campaign, and those monies get funneled back to programs like ours that are really, focused on the direct service in the community.
There are so many ways the Inland Empire United Way helps our communities. Over 100,000 people benefited last year from the programs and resources provided by the Inland Empire United Way. But that wouldn't be possible without generous donations made by local residents, companies, and corporations.
I would really just want to thank the many people who contribute to United Way on an ongoing basis, as well as those who are about to contribute to United Way, because it truly is the contributions of those many, whether it's donations of financial contributions, contributions of time as well, all of those contributions combined that allows us to impact so many lives on an annual basis.
To learn more about the Inland Empire United Way, go to their website at ieuw.org or call them at 909-980-2857. And to learn more about resources that may be available to you, simply dial 211. In Rancho Cucamonga, I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living.
A local Brownie troop gave back to the community by helping pack backpacks for needy kids at United Way. As David Wiley explains, the need here in Rancho Cucamonga is greater than many of us realize.
These second graders from a local Brownie troop here in Rancho Cucamonga are doing their part to help feed some disadvantaged kids in our community. The numbers are staggering. It's estimated that 1 in 5 children in this region live in poverty, and more than half the kids in our local schools are enrolled in free or reduced cost meal programs. And while these kids are getting fed during school hours, finding food when they get home can prove to be a challenge. That's why the Inland Empire United Way, with the help of volunteers like these brownies, has come up with the Kids Pack program, which provides weekend food packages for children from low-income families.
Kids Pack is, in its most basic form, it's our way of feeding hungry and homeless kids over the weekend. So this food is going to kids who are living out of their cars or motels or are, double, tripled up in homes. And it's kids who essentially have no other food. We're sending these home in bags so that the kids can get it at school in their backpack. They go home on the weekend and they eat up all their food. And then they bring the backpacks back on Monday, and we do the whole thing all throughout the school year.
And the need in the Inland Empire is tremendous, with more than 1,000 kids in 6 school districts taking home the Kids Packs every weekend. Nearly half of those are from one school district alone.
We have the most bags going to Ontario Montclair School District, and their cap is 500 bags. They can allot those however they need to in any of the schools that they think the kids need them most.
With volunteers moving through a coordinated assembly line, each bag is filled with nutritious snacks like noodles, granola bars, applesauce, pudding, pretzels, and more. And that's where volunteers like the brownies come in.
We're packing bags for children who can't afford food like other people. We're giving out food and water for people who need supplies. We're taking bags and filling them up with food for people who can't buy food for themselves. We're helping people that don't have food, and we're packing them up so then for snacks they have food.
With more than 1,000 Kids Packs needed every week, these volunteers are crucial in assembling all the goodies for each bag.
They're packing the food into the bags to make it easier. So we're not just sending buckets of food. The teachers can just grab a bag of food and put it in the backpacks.
So while these volunteers are small in stature, their contributions are huge in impacting the needy children in our communities.
It makes me feel great because I would like to really help out some kids that need it.
And while on this day, the Brownies managed to fill 350 kids packs, volunteers are always in need at the Inland Empire United Way.
We're always looking for volunteers. We have some other great programs that we always need volunteers for.
To learn how you, your company, or organization can help the Inland Empire United Way, you can call them at 909-980-2857. And like these young girls, you'll find that helping others is truly a rewarding experience.
We love helping kids!
From the Inland Empire United Way, I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living.
It's hard to resist fast food in our busy lives, but there are healthier options that are thriving here in Rancho Cucamonga. As David Wiley explains, Gandalfos is so much more than a tasty New York-style deli.
We're outside Gandalfos New York Delicatessen in Rancho Cucamonga. And inside you're going to find some fantastic food and a great story about persistence and faith.
New York is famous for its delis, but that's something most of us on the West Coast have never had a chance to experience. But Gandalfos is changing that for foodies in the Inland Empire. A few years back, Sean and Danielle Bailey tasted the New York-style sandwiches while on a trip to Colorado. They were instantly hooked and decided to open their own franchise in 2007 here in Rancho Cucamonga. Gandalfos has a huge menu featuring 72 sandwiches, from the Brooklyn Bridge turkey to the Central Park pastrami, all prepared just like the ones you'd find in a New York deli.
If you go to New York, you're going to get a sandwich with just tons of meat, tons of flavor, and just a great quality. So I think that's what makes Gandalfos a step above, just the size of our sandwiches, the different kind of varieties. We actually went to New York before we opened our Gandalfos, and just to kind of get an idea if it was even comparable, and we think it is.
We make everything from scratch every day, so it's very labor intensive. We slice our own meats, we cook our own pasta, we cook the potatoes for the potato salad. So the quality, nobody can compare.
And along with the piled high specialty sandwiches, tasty salads, and bagels, the atmosphere inside Gandalfos is relaxed, with a friendly staff and New York-related memorabilia adorning the walls. And Gandalfos offers catering, so if you want to bring the New York deli experience to your office or event, you can. These days, business is booming, and the Rancho Cucamonga Gandalfos is about to celebrate its 5th anniversary. But the journey hasn't been easy for the Whaleys. While the deli had some initial success when it first opened, the economic downturn hit the restaurant really hard. And within 2 years, the Whaleys were deep in debt and on the verge of bankruptcy.
We got to a point where when I came home one day and told Danielle, I don't know, we're out of money. We don't have any more lines of credit. We don't have anything else we could do. I think we're going to need to go bankrupt. Danielle said, I'm not feeling that that's what we need to do.
Miraculously, the store's business gradually improved, and it's now the best performing store in the chain.
It's just amazing that we're still here.
It was a tough time, and I think we learned some great lessons about being persistent, both in our business life and our spiritual lives.
The Rancho Cucamonga Gandalfos is located at 9090 Milliken Avenue, and plans are being made for another Inland Empire location in the future. So if you're looking for an authentic New York deli experience, a great atmosphere, recommend Gandalfos here in Rancho Cucamonga. For Healthy RC Living, I'm David Wiley.
With all the dangers on the roads today, we can never be careful enough when it comes to keeping our families safe. So buckle up and enjoy this update on child safety seat laws.
When it comes to being a parent, sometimes it can get confusing, but we should always understand how to keep our children safe in our vehicles. With laws continuously changing, we're sometimes mystified at the most simple tasks. So we've asked our Sheriff's Service Specialist, Marianne Tucker, to demonstrate just how easy it is to buckle our loved ones in.
Okay, first we're gonna put the shelf liner under the seat, and then we're gonna put the base down, and then we're gonna pull the seat belt all the way out, and then once we have it all the way out, we're gonna hook it on this side. And then once we have it hooked into the buckle, we're gonna pull it as tight as we can, put a little bit of pressure on the base itself, and then we're gonna let the rest of the seat belt ratchet back in up at the top there. So we wanna get a tight fit, pull it through, and then we're gonna insert the seat belt on this side. Pull it as far as we can. And then we're going to make sure that it doesn't move more than 1 inch at the belt path, and then we know we have a secure fit into the seat itself. Okay. So this we're going to put in here.
It seems pretty easy, but if you're left confused, Rancho Cucamonga Police Department's chief lets us know what to do.
All of our personnel at Rancho Cucamonga Police Station are all trained in how to teach people how to put a car seat in the back of the car. And they actually go to a class to learn how to do that. We also have car seats at the station that we will give to people if they don't have them. And because we are very, very strong about enforcing the laws as it relates to child safety and child seats. I mean, it's a very, very safe thing to do, and it's a very dangerous thing if you don't do it.
The leading cause of death in children ages 3 to 14 are motor vehicle crashes. With the use of child restraints and correct child seat positioning, mortality rates can be reduced by more than 70%. By California state law, children must ride in a safety-designed seat until they reach the age of 6 or 60 pounds. Then the toddler law takes over. Deputy Kevin Allen explains what this law is.
Well, the toddler law did not exempt the old law. Now you just have to have a booster seat, which is actually going to elevate the child up to where the restraint belt doesn't go across their neck. So you're trying to make it safer for them, so the belt, as it's designed, stops the support. You know, in an event of a crash, it stops the mass, the torso of the body, and doesn't cut the neck. So that's why that law was enacted by Jerry Brown. So you have the two laws, which are both still in effect. You have the child seat law, and then you have the toddler law.
As our children develop into teens, safety concerns shift from booster seats to cell phones. With today's new generation, cell phones have become a near necessity. As parents and role models, it becomes our job to make sure there's a clear understanding of laws and safety concerns. California law clearly states that anyone under the age of 18 is not permitted to use a cell phone in the driver's seat, even with a hands-free device. Adults over the age of 18 may talk on a cell phone while using a hands-free safety device. However, texting is never allowed.
You are never allowed to have your cell phone in your hand when you're in a vehicle for any reason. If the car is on the roadway and the engine is running, you cannot do anything with the cell phone.
To learn more about traffic safety laws, visit the Office of Traffic Safety's website at www.ots.ca.gov. This is Gabrielle D'Addario.
That wraps up our last show of the year, the December episode of Healthy RC Living. If you tuned in late, don't worry, you can catch Healthy RC Living all month long, airing daily 3 times a day at 8 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening, right here on Channel 3, except Wednesdays. Or watch all episodes online at healthyrc.com and check out our new blog. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next year.
My heart is a blue.
Hi, I'm Deputy Bailey with the Rancho Cucamonga Police Department, and we oftentimes see situations similar to what you just witnessed. We want to make sure that drivers and pedestrians are safe when they get into a crosswalk. We're going to give you a few tips to make sure that both are safe, and I have my pals, Trimmer and Shadow, and we're going to go over those tips right now. You guys ready? Let's do it.
In order to keep everyone safe, we need to be both alert drivers and pedestrians. Pedestrians, be sure to give your full attention while crossing the street, keeping watch of your young children, and always use the crosswalk, as it is the safest place for you to be noticed by drivers. Drivers, follow all traffic regulations like following the speed limit and stopping at the limit line so pedestrians can safely cross. Remember to always limit your distractions. This includes your phones and loud music. Lastly, it's important to make eye contact as a driver and pedestrian, so you both are aware of each other. Right of way when crossing is always established by whomever enters the roadway first. Let's do our part to make everyone safe.
It's our responsibility to make sure everyone around us is safe. Take the time to look out for one another to make City of Rancho Cucamonga the safest possible place we can.